welcome back. I am sitting here in our Tesla Model 3. It's charging in our garage right now. And I just wanted to make a quick video since I haven't posted in a while. I've been very busy doing other things lately. Working around the house, and life with 6 cars in general keeps you busy. There's always a car to wash. There's always a car that needs an oil change. You have to drive them. And when we want to drive one of the cars, usually we have to move a car to drive a car, which is kind of a pain in the butt. But that's life with 6 cars. I feel like a valet parking attendant because I'm always shuffling the cars around. They have to be driven. You can't just let them sit forever. But let me give you an update on the condition of some of the cars. I've actually been looking to sell 1 or 2 cars, but I just can't get the money that I want for them. Surprisingly enough, Vroom has offered more than other local dealers or Carvana for the cars. They actually offered $37,000 for the GTI, which is pretty much a break-even. Of course, we would take off those new wheels we put on it and put back the stock wheels, but $37,000 is not a bad price for that GTI. Of course, if you want a GTI with the Autobahn trim right now, they start at 40 grand. But my wife's GTI only has 17,000 miles on it. It's been garage kept. It's like brand new. So she wants to keep it. She don't even want to sell it. But I'm always checking the value of the cars to see what they're worth and does it make sense to sell one. The Mustang GT, I drive it about twice a week. I've had to buy a jump starter for it. The battery sometimes dies because if it's raining, I can't drive it. So it sits in the driveway with the car cover on it. And sometimes I don't drive it for a week, and then with the heat the way it is down here, 100 degrees every day, the battery is dead by the time I go to start it. So I have to jump start it, which is no problem at all. Lift the hood, take that battery cover off, connect the 2 wires, and boom, it starts right up. So it's not a problem at all. The Mustang GT is actually on Auto Trader right now. It's been on Auto Trader since the beginning of the year, and people are just offering me very low amounts for it, and I won't sell it for less than 38. I have too much money in it. It has the XPEL paint protection film on the front, changed all the speakers, added a subwoofer, did the lowering springs, and it has the Barton short shifter in it, which is really nice. So I might as well just enjoy it for a while longer. The problem is I have to put tires on it, and it needs a firmer suspension. So if any of you Mustang guys out there can suggest what to do for the suspension in the Mustang GT without going the coilover, I don't know if there's a performance strut that you would recommend for it, but I need to do something because it's too floaty on the highway. And but other than that, it's great. But it needs tires, and the widest I can go on the stock wheels are 265s. It's a shame because I don't want to buy new wheels because I just don't want to sink a lot of money in the car. The most I was offered was 33 grand for it, and that was a while ago. That might have changed by now. A V8 with a manual transmission, I would suspect, will always have a niche audience, but you never know. The EVs might get to a point where it doesn't make sense to drive these gas cars anymore. I just don't know. So if I could sell the Mustang for what I want, I would, but as of right now, I can't get the money I want for it, so it sits in the driveway with the cover on it. The Bronco's doing great. It has 2,200 miles on it at this point. We haven't had an issue with it. My wife absolutely loves it. I was offered $51,000 for it from Vroom, which is a little bit more than I paid. Not much more, but like $1,000 more after tax and title. So I looked at her and I said, hey, would you mind if we sold it? And she said, I don't want to sell it. I said, okay, then we're going to keep it. You know, I'm on the fence about it. I don't like having a vehicle that I can't 100% trust. It just doesn't make sense. I can't believe that I have a brand new vehicle that I have to worry about the engine exploding. It's really strange. The STI is sitting here in the garage. I just took it on a joyride for about an hour on some curvy roads near us, and now it sits in the garage with the hood up and a fan on the engine to cool it down. And I do the same thing for the Mustang. When I get it back, I'll put a fan under the hood and just kind of blow the heat off so I can put the cover on it. Because I don't want to put a car cover on a hot engine, of course. So when I get back from using the Mustang, I'll put a fan on it. Same thing with the Subaru. Comes back, I put a fan on it. No plans for the Subaru to do any upgrades. I don't want to put any money in it because I'm getting offered like 37 grand for it right now from dealers and things, and that's really low. As you know, I have about $10,000 in the car right now. If I'm going to sell it, I'd have to take out the suspension, take off the wheels, put all the stock suspension and wheels back on. I don't really want to sell the car anyway. It's all paid for. And so it sits in the garage. It's sitting in the garage right now, right next to me, with a fan cooling it off. If any of you want my STI and want to pay real money for the STI, you can have it. But until then, it sits in the garage. My Toyota Yaris, I take it to the bank. I take it to the grocery store. That's about it. My Yaris gets about 700 miles a year on it. That's it. Kind of a waste of money to even insure it, but I don't want to get rid of my Toyota Yaris because in 5 years it will be a classic car. It's a 2007, so in 2027 it becomes a classic, and I'm going to get a classic license plate for it, and I'll probably put new wheels on it and get it wrapped. I want to hold on to my Yaris. And then the Tesla. The Tesla is the best car we have, probably, is the Tesla. Has no problems whatsoever. Tesla did fix our rear glass free of charge, so that's all taken care of. And it's the quietest car. It's the most comfortable car. The autopilot is amazing. It's just the most relaxing car to take on a road trip. This is our road trip vehicle, 100%. We just took the Tesla on a 500-mile road trip to Sunny Isles, Florida and back. It went perfectly smooth. We only spent about $50 in electric on the Florida Turnpike for supercharging, and the car kind of drives itself with the autopilot. It's not full self-driving, but the autopilot is very good, and it's a very relaxing car to be in on the highway. So this is our road trip car. So if we have to go on another road trip, and we may go to Tennessee before the end of October, we will be taking the Model 3. If I had to get rid of cars right now, my choice would be the Mustang and, as much as I hate to say it, the STI, because I just don't drive them enough to make it worth insuring them. And speaking of insurance, our insurance in Florida went up in price quite a bit. We just spent $6,200 for car insurance. Now that's not bad considering we have 6 cars, but it's still $6,200. I had to pay it all up front because if I didn't, it would have been $400 more. So I chose to give him the one payment up front, and I'm done for the year. I don't know why car insurance went up this year. Probably because of all the people moving down here, all the insurance fraud, windshield fraud I'm hearing of now. We have clean records. We have no tickets, no infractions on our license at all. So until I sell a car, I can expect to pay $6,200 a year or more. So other than that, I'm open to suggestions about video content. If you have any questions about one of our cars or want to see specific content about any one of our cars, let me know. Summertime is a little bit harder to film content because it's so hot here in Florida right now, and it rains a lot, so it kind of kills your day. So keep that in mind. I'm trying to do what I can when it's nice out. But anyway, guys, I really appreciate you watching this video. And until next time, guys, thanks for watching. Goodbye for now.